How do you decide what your story is going to be when you are outside? That's what I would like to talk a little bit about today. So join me when I go outside looking for things that interest me and ideas to what to paint. Start by looking around and seeing what catches your eye. Being outside can be quite overwhelming, so sometimes it's difficult to focus and decide on what to paint. One tip for that is to use a viewfinder or to use your phone to kind of focus in on different interesting compositions that you see around you. I have decided that these hair bells are really inspiring to me. I love the complementary colors of yellow and blue and how the wind makes them move in the breeze. So starting with my watercolor sketchbook here, I'm starting to put down some different yellow washes of color just to get some of that warm summery yellow colors. There are also some yellow flowers next to the harebells. I am not looking for realism as such. I'm just looking to capture the mood of summer and wind in the harebells and the grasses. So tilting the page a little bit to let the colors mingle and flow. Really, this just adds some different marks that I feel are interesting. And since this is my sketchbook and I'm outside, I am a lot more free to experiment with different ways of applying paint. Here I'm adding some blue paint. I'm trying out different mark making techniques with the brush. I only brought a very limited selection of brushes simply to minimize the stuff that I'm carrying, but also because it really helps to be inventive with the way that I'm using the tool. The tools, when they're limited, you have to become a lot more creative. The stems of the harebells and the surrounding grasses have sort of a very interesting abstract quality to them with some sharp contrasts. Instead of using a brush to make marks, I'm going to use this brush pen and get in a few marks to capture the sense of those stems and the grasses and the dried heads of the harebells that have already finished flowering. I think it adds a nice kind of crisp contrast to the watercolors that are now more or less dry. When working on a painting, whether it is outside or in the studio, I always feel it really helps to work using some sort of contrast. So if you have a lot of warm, try and introduce some cool elements. If you have a lot of big elements, try and introduce some smaller ones. Here I'm also playing with the idea of contrast, both in terms of the color palettes and the color temperature, the yellow, green, warm colors versus the blue color of the harebells. And then these very crisp, fine lines that I use that I'm adding with the brush pen. So I went out with the intention of capturing some of my local landscapes, but I ended up with some flowers instead. But that's all part of the charm, I guess. The of working outside. You never really know what you'll find and what will inspire you when you're heading out. I guess that's why I'm always enjoying flea markets so much, because you never know what you'll end up finding on your way. I don't think I want to add any more detail now. It's always that balance of knowing when to stop. So assessing the painting now, I think I managed to capture the way that I feel about this summery day. And I have this wonderful memory to take back with me. And I can bring it out in my studio, not to paint flowers necessarily, but to remind me of that feeling of the warm, sunny grasses and the blue harebells that I love so much.
Hi Rita, my son. Do you want to do a little bit of painting today? No? Not really. So many things going on, so many animals making sounds. So interesting.
If you haven't already, please feel free to download my free painting guide called 5 Proven Ways to Loosen Up Your Painting Style. The guide is a PDF file that you can download for free via my website. You can see the link below the video here. And it has my top favorite ways of loosening up your painting style and really enjoying your painting time even more. You learn how to troubleshoot and a lot more. So if you haven't already, check out the guide via the link below the video here, and thank you very much for watching.